大家好，我是 BTS China Behind the Scanner China 的成员Savage HY，来自绿军。然后坐在我身边呢就是 Niantic 的 Linda Besh， 她是我们今天的特邀嘉宾。
大家好，我是 Niantic 的 Linda Besh。
So, Linda, can you briefly just introduce yourself, like your roles at Niantic?
Yes, I work as an event planner for Niantic. I plan the anomaly events, the big anomaly events you see in the States. I also do some community management work around Comic-Con, and I go to Comic-Con panels and support the players that are on the Comic-Con panels by throwing a meetup party and bringing swag to them and gifts. And bringing the community together, and then we recruit new players at the Comic-Con. We bring new players to the game. We attract new players, and that's
so
what I do.
Yeah. So besides the Comic-Con, what else kinds of events do you also support for the player base?
For the player base, I also do community gatherings like First Saturday, and I go to just X Faction meetups in my town. We have every Sunday night a karaoke, and we sing together, both sides. And I think that when you sing together and you kind of can communicate on another level through music, and I've gotten to know agents a little that I misunderstood even by the songs that they pick and the songs that they sing, and watching them sing them. I learned something new about the agent, so I think that's been one of the most interesting new events that I'm doing is karaoke. I don't sing very good.
So for you, what is Ingress? Like, is it just a game?
Yeah, it's not a game. No.
Ingress is not a game. Yeah.
It's not a game. It is a lot more, and it has right from the start for me been a community. I used to work with a lot of community groups doing networking for professional businesswomen, and I found right away that Ingress provided a different kind of networking. We used to go to a hotel room and have wine and cheese and meet each other, but it was kind of boring, and you just stood in a room with a glass of wine and there wasn't much to talk about. So Ingress allowed you to go out and you could walk around the city and see sights while you're talking, and then you get to know each other a little better. It's better networking, and you end up seeing that person again. So whereas at a regular networking event, you leave and you have a business card and you probably lose it and never talk to them again. Whereas with Ingress, you've got them in your scanner, and you've gotten a portal together and you have memories together. So I think that the networking in Ingress makes the game not a game. It makes it more of a community and a networking tool, and then you have fun playing it also.
Yeah, so it's just both exploration of the portals and also the exploration of people.
People, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my next question is, so considering the recent split of the Niantic from Google, so how do you see this? How will this affect the gaming play, and how will this affect the future of Ingress?
I think that moving away from Google allows them to make new partnerships that they otherwise would have been difficult to make from within a giant company. They're smaller and more nimble and can get things done more quickly, and bring in new partners that are exciting and fun.
But is there a concern of losing the support from Google?
Actually? Not at all.
I think Google is actually still continuing.
Right, Google is still an investor, and we have an exciting new investor, Nintendo, and we have Pokemon Go coming, and we're going to have more, really exciting, new connections that we can make that would have been more difficult to do in a big company. Being a smaller company, we can do it quicker and have more options of who we do business with. Google has its competitors, so yeah.
So you are speaking of Niantic is becoming more flexible and more quick and more swift all those changes. So will there be actually a change in the structure of the Niantic, like in its employee?
Already that's starting to happen because so many employees who were at Google were working at Niantic, and they've been at Google for a long time, and so they chose to stay at Google rather than go to a new company because they have projects. They had projects they were working on at Google, and so we do have a lot of new members coming into the team, and so we're going to have that changes your structure somewhat when you have a large number of people coming in that are new. And they bring new ideas, and I think that you might have noticed since the split from Google that there's been a lot of really cool changes to the game.
Yeah, I see. So, well, Ingress continues to add some even more new elements to its gameplay besides the well-known anomalies or First Saturday, or actually the change of rules of the Ingress itself. What do you think?
I think that if something were to happen, I think it's going to come from the players and not so much Niantic. I think that a lot of our really great ideas come from the players. Even when we first worked on First Saturday, we talked to a lot of players and they gave us what they wanted, and First Saturday kind of developed. So we have this beautiful community and with brilliant people in it, and I think they're going to come up with really great ideas of things that we can do with the game. And I look forward to seeing what ideas come forth and what new events I often get invited to and see what they're doing, like the karaoke, and then you see how great it is, and I can't wait to see what the next event that I get invited to is that's new and different and includes the Ingress community.
Yeah, we are doing the BS here.
Yeah, yeah. And so we, even here, I'm in Pittsburgh. This is my second time in Pittsburgh, and I hadn't been to Pittsburgh ever. And I came for Mission Day. I met the community. I knew some of them from other anomalies I've been at, so I had some familiar faces, and then I had a lot of new faces. And when I come to town now, I have a group of people I can hang out with and talk to, and so I think that's really cool. And I'm learning so much about Pittsburgh that I never knew, and I love. There's things I go and when I see other people, when I go back home and I go to a party, I can say, hey, I was at Pittsburgh, and guess what? They have this underpass, and when you turn the corner, there's a fountain in their underpasses. I've never seen that in a city, and it glows purple, and there was a bride in there having her picture taken. It was so beautiful. And so you have things, exciting things that you can bring to other communities too, from Ingress. So I think it makes you a more rounded person. It makes you more interesting at events. You have something you can contribute, information of things that you learned at the portals. So for me, that's what makes me love Ingress so much.
Yeah, you really have one of the coolest jobs in the world.
Oh my gosh, I do. I'm sorry, I have the best job. It's the best job in the world. And I love it. I love what I do. I love the people that I meet. I actually have a hard time like stopping work because I'm having so much fun working that I actually work a lot because I'm having fun, and it's kind of recreational because you're with great people, really great people.
So our next topic is about Ingress in China. So based on the current Ingress condition in China, there are some very tough conditions that is actually forbidding a huge bunch of people from accessing Ingress, such as the Google issues, the Great Firewalls, that is also the map shifting, that you are actually at the 300 meters away from where you are supposed to be at. So what will be your suggestions for the future events to China, to Chinese agents?
We were just discussing this not too long ago. I was talking to one of my coworkers about China, and I said, oh, I know so many players from Shanghai and Beijing, and I heard about these issues, and I thought I would love to do an event there. I would love to see an event and see the community. I love looking at the pictures. We just did New Taipei City, and it was the video was beautiful, and I enjoyed watching it. And I saw things that I didn't even know about the city. So I would really love to see that come out of different cities in China and see, because I would learn about China by watching the events via the internet. So I would really love to see us find a way to be able to do these events in China. I wonder, wouldn't it be great if we could get the government to see the value in the game, like other governments have, and help us, you know. That would be a dream of mine, is that they would help people be able to use the internet better and share their culture with the world, because I think that China has a lot to share that's really great, and we want to see it.
Yeah, that's really nice to see, but you may probably encounter some stupid issue because some bureaucracy is just it's really reluctant to share their geological information to some overseas companies.
Yeah.
So what is Niantic's future plan on China? Like I think you are talking about the events, some events you are wishing to be held in China. So what kind of events are you holding?
I would love to see an anomaly, a primary anomaly, and with satellites throughout. And China, we are seeing First Saturday, which I love. You do a fantastic job on First Saturday.
Yes.
I look forward. I actually go looking for the posts every month to see what you guys are doing and see how is it different. How different is it from us? And one of the things that was interesting is when I talk to players from China is what you call things different. Things like a resonator. Your word. We have our nicknames for things, rezos.
Oh, yeah.
You have nicknames that are different than ours, and I think that's
something
interesting.
Like a foot.
A foot, yeah, a foot. And I thought
8
that
foot,
would.
7 foot, something like
Is that what, so? Is it based on measurement foot, or is it?
No,
foot,
no.
like,
It's just when you have a portal, it sort of like stands on the map with its 8 feet.
8 feet.
Just spreading
Yeah.
around, so it's just like a crab or something.
So they call it the foot.
Yes.
The crab. See, and that is something really unique, and I love that.
This
That it's
is just
special.
Ingress slang in Chinese.
Yes. So that's also, I love to hear about the differences. We even have them here across the country. You know, if you have the resonators too close to the portal, we call it, some places will call it a campfire,
Or pineapple.
a pineapple, a flower pot. You know, everybody has their own, depending on where you are in the country, everybody has their own lingo. And it's the same with the world. And so we all have our slightly different way we play the game. And so we have a lot to learn. You know, you guys, I wonder how many things are happening that we can't see because of the wall.
Oh.
And I hope that that can come down someday. I really would love to see
I
that.
hope so too. I need to get my sojourner badge when I come back to China. I still need to worry about VPN thing. Do you know if Niantic is actually going to take any action to make Ingress more accessible to Chinese players, like offer a new credentials other than the Google accounts?
Is the Google accounts, is that what would hold you up?
Yes. We're also making Google Maps because there are some special restrictions on the
On Google itself?
Yeah, on all the electronic maps.
That's a really interesting question, and you know, that's something I could bring back to them and say that is needed. You know,
Okay.
But personally, I don't know what their plan is with that.
Okay.
Because I'm not in the engineering end.
Okay, thank you.
I'm in the party end. But I really think that I would hope we could do something someday with that, because there is we do want to include everybody.
Yeah, because it's a global game.
It's a global game, and we love seeing all the other countries, and we want to see China too. And I think that it's getting better than it was 5 years ago or 10 years ago. I was very surprised when I first met the first Chinese agents, and they told me what they had to do to be able to play, and even just to communicate with me on Hangouts. I was very impressed, because they go to it's for them, they put a lot more effort into playing the game than the average player has to. So that's very impressive, and I'm very in awe of what they're able to do. And it shows that there's that we all want community so bad, and we want to reach out to the world so bad that I don't think there's anything that can contain us. And if we really want to, reach out to the world, we'll find a way.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I really hope Niantic will really take some actions and bring more Chinese agents here. It's a completely different world.
Yes, that would be interesting, and maybe wouldn't it be fun to do kind of like an agent exchange program? That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Hey, maybe we just invented another event. See?
Okay, so for the last, just say whatever to the Chinese players.
Okay. I really enjoy seeing your pictures and watching your first Saturdays. I really enjoy talking to the many players who contact me, and my door is always open. You're always welcome to message me and talk. I'm always up to talk about Ingress, and I hope someday I can come to a Chinese anomaly and play with you guys. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you for being part of the BTS China.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
And thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.